It's a beautiful day here. It's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and we are walking down Restaurant Row. That's Jim way ahead, and I just noticed all the leaves on the ground. It's all very beautiful. And we're gonna go meet some friends who we just had an amazing experience with just several weeks ago. It's the sort of accidental circumstance that sometimes just makes life worth living. And when everything lines up, that's where Jake used to work, Swing 46. I think we probably have pictures from that era. And I love these Mexican paper decoration things. I forgot that was here. Or maybe it's new. You never can tell here on Restaurant Row. Notice it's restaurant after restaurant. This is Italian. And across the street there's Don't Tell Mama, which is both a restaurant and it has a bunch of cabaret stages in it. None of the lights are on right now. We're here, it's about 1 p.m. And we're meeting our friends. Oh, Jim's already waving at them, so they're here already. So we're approaching the legendary Joe Allen's restaurant, which we love. And we're seeing our two friends right here. The video is running, say hello! All right, let's go into Joe Allen's and see what it looks like these days.
Thank you, my friend. Oh. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Come on in. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Hello.
I had a reservation.
Thank you. So the four of you? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I couldn't.
Can we see your vaccine cards, everyone, and IDs? Thank you.
There's a beautiful bar area. So this is a landmark place, and there's posters on the walls of famous musicals. But the trick is, all these are musicals that failed.
Yep. All right. This is Jim Brochu with the rest of the story. I'm sitting here in Joe Allen's, and do we have a story to tell? First, let me point out a poster that's behind me with this name right here, Anita Gillette. Right there, a line by herself. Now that's big stuff.
Yes.
And now if you turn, you're going to see the one and only Anita Gillette. Oh, I like that color. Son. You like that? Do you have both of us in frame?
I do.
All right. So here's the rest of the story. Steve and I were doing a cruise, and it went to Bermuda. So on October 3rd, I just put something on Facebook. We're in Bermuda, and minutes later, I get a text from Miss Anita Gillette, star of Broadway Stage and Screen, saying, "David and I are in Bermuda. Well, you take it over from here." What did you say to her?
I said, my beau, my British beau, or because I always identify him, even if I think I never know when people have met him or not, but of course Jim knew who he was. And I said my Brit, or my British beau, and I are getting married, and we're here. in Bermuda, and I just read that you are in port, and we need witnesses. And would Steve be willing to be our witnesses? And he said, if we can pass the security test or the test for COVID, we'll be there.
Well, the next morning, we got our clearance. We found out that the ferry that would take us to Hamilton, Bermuda, was right at the foot of the ship.
Yes.
We got on the ferry, we went to Hamilton, and the building they were getting married in was steps from where we got off the little tender. So we went and we were there first. And there was a delightful man who married them in Bermuda shorts. So they were not wearing Bermuda shorts. The very nice man was wearing Bermuda shorts. And she married the wonderful David Bates.
In matrimony
To Anita Gillette,
to Anita Gillette,
here present.
here present.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
You want to lower your mask a bit so you can talk? Is that bad for you?
Yes, I could talk better. I could hear you better if you lowered
Okay.
yours.
Hello, David. You're the lucky man I see.
Thank you. Yes, I am.
Wonderful. And how did you happen to be in Bermuda?
Well, I decided that the only way we could get married would be in a neutral country. And as Bermuda is part of the UK, the
Right.
Commonwealth, that seemed to be a good place to be married. And they only 2 weeks, and then the banns were then published, and we got married. It was as simple as that.
Boop, boop, boop.
So
Fantastic.
there we were, and we were able to witness this wonderful wedding. Then we had to get back to the ship. So now we are celebrating. This is the reception, right? This is the reception.
Celebration for our witness, our wonderful, wonderful witnesses. And it was Steve's birthday that day,
That very day.
that very day.
Witness
To witness
that I,
that I,
David Bates,
David Bates,
do take thee,
take thee,
Anita Gillette,
Anita Gillette,
Somebody
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to have
to have,
and to hold
to hold,
on this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better
for better
or worse,
or worse, richer,
for
poorer,
poor, for sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to love
to love
and to cherish,
and cherish,
unto death
unto death
do us part.
do us part.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, smile.
Okay, now Anita here was in this play called Kelly, this musical called Kelly, with Wilfred Bramble, who you remember from the Beatles movie. He played Paul's grandfather.
Grandfather.
That's right.
Right.
And what was it like working with him?
He was the sweetest man in the world. We just adored each other. We had such a good time. And he, when I went after the show, only opened and closed the same night, you know. I mean, we had been in Philly and we had been in Boston very briefly. But Wilfred was, he took me to see Olivier do Othello with Maggie Smith as Desdemona.
Wow.
And he was the sweetest, sweetest, nicest man in the world, and funny, and my size.